some people may be concerned we're talking about genes and cancer coming out of the blue in people who would not be expected to have it. Is this something that people should be very concerned about their children, their siblings, also getting this? There has been an inherited EGFR mutation, though rare, that has been discovered. Is there any knowledge of this question in ALK at this point, or Ross?
There have been no inherited cases described to date. I have two brothers who both have ALK-positive lung cancer that we're currently analyzing, but that's by far the exception.
Yeah.
So most of you, this is not something you can pass on, to our knowledge.
But if you look at the heritability, look at older data on the heritability of lung cancer, going back to years before we ever started these conversations, and it falls out as one of the less heritable cancers.
Right.
And I think in speaking with a population epidemiologist, which I'm very far from being, my understanding is that their belief is that that's mostly driven by a susceptibility to smoking addiction, to nicotine addiction, as opposed to something that you can pass on to your children in the direct sense that we normally think about it.
There's a little bit of evidence that people who are a first-degree relative of a never smoker with lung cancer are at a higher risk for a cancer than somebody who is a first-degree relative of a long-time smoker with lung cancer, because there must be some little more of a genetic component to it, but it's certainly not. It's still a little higher risk compared with an extremely low risk, so it's not an epidemic. There's also this difference between what different mutations are called germline, which means that your cells are all born with that. It's part of the instructions in you, and somatic mutations, which are ones that are acquired over time, whether it's from UV light or nicotine or any other thing in the world that we get these over time, but it's just a random event that happens in a random cell, and the vast majority of cancers are caused by somatic mutations that are not pervasive throughout your entire body or inherited.